basement where the past still plays out there.
Look at this. The gang's all here. Hey, everybody. Mike Silva checking in. Hey, guys, any good guests tonight? That's pretty funny.
I like the new graphic. I noticed that.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty cool. Actually, I tried to do a new one
cleaner.
Yeah, it is. I tried to do a new one for this, but actually so far, this is the best looking one that we have, and it's clean, and box scores is at the top the way it is there, and so we'll probably keep that around for a while. Good to see everybody. We were just having a very spirited conversation about modern day NBA. Pesky Bull goes, I'm really glad the Knicks won. I wish it was like the 90s with Knicks who had won, but I'll settle for my age. I'll settle for 2026. Fun, really fun team. I mean, and really fun to watch.
Such a great story.
So therefore, because it is such a great story, doesn't it make you want to play this version of the next?
Yes.
Of the Knicks, rather.
Oh, absolutely.
And pull it out on whatever your game of choice is, whether it's Strat or I know Pesky you like. Although actually, the nice thing about replay basketball, you're not getting old seasons. He'll do this but season. You'll get the new season, so you actually can play.
I may have bought last year's season a couple days ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I may have done that. You know what? I'm gonna play some Brunson. So
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, and I'm sure he'll sell replay basketball. I'm sure they'll sell well next year. That season will be a popular season that people will go, you know what?
With New York winning, absolutely.
I bet you I'll be, I'm sure he's happy. I'm sure that's one thing about game developer. I wonder if they think about that stuff too, about who wins. Like, oh man, that's gonna be a good season to sell. So that might be
such a great point. I don't really think about that often enough. We know about the past seasons, right? And we go, well, we know that season's going to sell. We know that's going to sell, right? But when you have a great current season, how excited that must make the various game developers. Because you're right.
Ron,
I mean, this is going to go through the roof.
Yeah. Ron was asking me about that today on his stream about baseline basketball. So,
right.
And I might just go ahead and play that.
Well, we have...
One of the things that talk about sales of stuff. I worked at a sports store for a long time, and in 2009 the Yankees won the World Series. And you watch my stuff to know that the New York Yankees and I are not the besties of friends when it comes to that. But I knew that it was going to make a lot better Christmas season for my employer if the Yankees had won the World Series over the Phillies, because we were going to sell a ton of Yankees World Series stuff.
Right, of course.
And so I'm sure it would be the same for a developer if a big story or a popular team. And the Knicks, sure, they captured a lot of non-diehards throughout this process. You went 13 straight playoff games. I mean, that's unheard of.
Right. And the 29-point comeback.
And the 29-point comeback in Game 4.
So it's a couple of quick things before we bring in Mike Silva. Really excited to talk to Mike, by the way. Good guy. His ballparks are just like gold. They're like the gold standard. I mean, Pesky Polo. I can see the look on your face. You're so excited.
I mean, I'm kind of I'm a fanboy of Mike Silva. This is great.
Right. So here we go.
I'm kind of like this is like beating Omar. I mean, be Omar Silva, Jim Rice. Maybe
a couple of documentary related things. I got a message today from Greg Rashid. He sent me a YouTube link to a documentary some guys in England did about miniature wargaming, when you play with miniatures. And he actually asked me, is this kind of what I had in mind, or what we have in mind? And it really was interesting. It really was well made, well produced. I think what we're going to do, I'm hoping, is going to actually even be even a bit better. But, maybe we'll put the link or something to it, John. Maybe we'll show a couple of examples of the look that we're going for and the tone that we're going for, and put that on the website. So people who want to check that out, they can do that. Another thing I was just on, in fact, I think it came out tonight or today, the Appa Chatter podcast. That's with John Asselon, that's devoted to Appa. And tomorrow I have a conversation. I have a call scheduled with John Herson, which is directly related to the documentary and us taking a crew or getting a crew out of Atlanta to shoot some of the APA convention. So we'll keep you posted on that. Finally, we've had a couple more people contribute. The first sort of fundraising that we've been doing is, we're trying to raise $800, which isn't very much money, because there's a film crew in Burlington ready to shoot the footage that we want of Ron, for the opening of the documentary. Filming, not shooting. We can't do the same joke every episode. We just did the same joke. Oh man, you just love the well. But anyway, so we've got a few more contributions. The total is 800. If you're listening or watching, and again, this is not part of our official fundraising campaign. It's kind of like we want to create this proof of concept reel that will really kind of show people what this documentary is going to look like. We're looking for like $100 from like, we need about another $300 basically. And in this case, we're not looking for 25, anybody who wants to step up and maybe offer 50 to 100, we'll give you credit in the proof of concept reel. You'd be considered, an early contributor to the project. And you can just send an email to playball@boxscorefilm.com. Let us know you'd like to help out. Michael Canestrari is handling all the finances. So if you did want to do that, we'll get you Canestrari's Venmo and PayPal information. You can send it right to him. I'm also thinking, and I want to get to Mike, so I promise I'll keep this quick. I was also thinking, Ron, and this I'll just do out of my own pocket. I think when we do finally get a chance to film you, I think I should be there, even though this could be done without me because of the nature of what we need. It's so limited in terms of the shots that we need. I think it would be great if I was there. So my plan is when we make this happen, I'll have the chance to work with you face to face, and we'll get to meet in person for the first time.
Absolutely. That would be fun.
Yeah. And I'll just make it like, it'll be a trip for me, and I'll bring Maria. We'll come up to Burlington for a couple of nights or 3 nights. And, she's off of school, so it makes sense. And, and we'll do that as like a little mini vacation, and we'll get the footage that we need. Okay. Now, without any further ado, let us bring onto the Box Scorers from the Basement main stage, Mike Silva. Hey, Mike, how are you?
Hey, how's it going? Hey, thanks for having me on.
Oh, absolutely. Yep. We're excited. I had thought to reach out to you a couple of times, and I knew I was going to at some point, or one of us was going to mention it, and we were going to get a hold of you. But actually, I was talking to Bernie Strom last week, and he's the one who said, well, "You guys got to have Mike. You got to have Mike." So as soon as he said that, like that night, I think or the next day, I reached out to you, and you said yes, and here we are.
I said yes.
So how long have you been in the hobby?
Yeah, thanks a lot, man. I love, I'm a fan of the show, and big fan of you guys, and it's a really pleasure to be on here. So thanks for having me.
So how long have you been at this?
How long have I been
playing these games? Doing.
Well, I mean, if you want to go all the way back, I go back to micro league baseball, and when I was 10 years old, or even 8 or 9, probably, on the Commodore 64. But as you know, like I've been playing for baseball. Like after that, I mean, I was playing mostly like Sega or whatever, But then I hit the OOTP, pretty much late 90s, maybe early 2000s, and also like other ones like Baseball Mogul. I think I hit those at the same time, and OOTP kind of just hit it for me better. And I've been playing that, and basically I've been playing that since, I'd say exclusively playing OOTP from 2000 probably to 2022 as far as Sims. And it's kind of crazy. That's a whole thing. I never even knew this world existed of the cards and dice, and it's amazing that I missed all that over 2 decades plus.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like because you came in from the computer side, and you're a little younger than some of us. When I I'm 60, and when I started playing, and Michael's 97. And Turnbull's no spring chicken either. Pesky's getting up there.
I'm 25. What do you mean? I'm 25.
That's year 25. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, no ma.
But so for me, there was no computer versions. Like if you wanted to play these games, you had to start. And we've talked about this many times, but it was like the ad in Street and Smith magazine or Sporting News or something that got us interested. In your case with Micro League, how did you even find out about baseball simulation computer games?
Well, I think I must have seen the box at this. I don't know if you remember that service merchant. Remember the service merchandise store? Do you remember
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
Well, I think I used to go. My parents would go there, and I'd go, and they used to have a little computer section with all the software. And I think I saw the Micro League box, which is stuck out. It was like colorful. It had like basically the guy swinging the bat, and there's like a rainbow behind it, and it had the actual team logos along the edges of the box. Right there, it just grabbed me. I was like, oh, I got to play this. And I was collecting baseball cards at the time and stuff too. So it said real plays, and I was like, oh my! From what I remember, I was like, I begged I don't know. I think I might have got it for my birthday or Christmas or one of those. I begged my parents for it.
Yeah.
And that's how I discovered it. And then the whole fact was, I was the only one in my family or my friends that was even interested in that. And I would play. I'd make up my own schedules, and I was 10, 9, 8. Making schedules, having all the real plays and stuff. And I loved it. But then all my friends and my brothers were all like, "What? Where do you press the button? Where do you control the guys?" And I'm like, "No, it's not like that." Nobody could get it.
So none of your how many brothers do you have?
Oh, I have two brothers. Two brothers.
Yeah. Neither one of them had any interest in playing with you.
Not a bit.
Where are you in the I'm
in the middle.
Order?
So I'm like, my older brother's like 4 years older.
Right.
My younger brother's 2 years younger. So
right.
But
so you by yourself with your game and no friends to play with.
No, that's exactly.
This is a sad story. This is
I had
a very depressing story.
Yeah,
about a lonely boy and his computer game.
That could be.
Oh, what a lonely.
You could put that in the documentary. Just sitting by myself as a kid.
Right. We'll do like one of those reenactments. We'll hire some bald
file
kids.
Footage.
Mikey liked it.
Get some hairless child
with a caterpillar on his lip.
Stick it in the corner of a room.
My uncle was a store manager at Service Merchandise.
Really?
And he bought me Micro League from his store for Christmas. I'm sure he got a good deal on it though, but that's what I wanted for Christmas. And I played Micro League. My uncle was a store manager. I thought it was the biggest.
That's awesome.
My uncle, yeah. So
I used to love when they see the big packages coming down the conveyor belt, like from when you order the stuff, like TV coming down. Okay, there'd be a TV coming down the conveyor belt. They just give it to the guy. And it was awesome. But I mean that was that game and Superstar Ice Hockey, the two games I always wanted for Commodore 64. I don't even know if you remember that game, but that was
I've never heard of that. Have you guys?
That was it was called Sport Time or whatever. But anyway, that was kind of a disappointment.
That was using a tape drive, right?
No. That was a floppy. But that was a big disappointment. Right. I wanted that for so long. I finally got it, and it wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be.
So before you found the game, you were you said baseball card guy.
Oh yeah, I love baseball. I mean, I went.
You also like an outdoors, play outside with the kids.
Yeah, I played Little
baseball
League
all day, and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
So it was a natural thing for you to find,
Yeah, I mean, all the kids in my neighborhood, I grew up in a pretty condensed area, outside of Boston, and there's a lot of kids everywhere, just outside playing stickball, street hockey, you name it.
Me too,
so everybody played baseball. It's just that not everybody liked the baseball sims, like.
Yeah, it was such a different time. I mean, even though we're not all the exact same age, we're all old enough to remember where, car, right? Having to say that 50,000 times.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Right. But loving it and doing it all day and all night. And, and even for me, like I would, I'd be playing like, either softball or baseball or whatever sport, football with my friends. And then I would use like either my dice baseball game or some other game, and I would create my friends so I could have them as players in whatever league I was in. You know what I mean? I would basically create cards for
that's cool
for friends. Yeah, which was really cool.
Well, that's a good way to try to get them involved.
Yeah, actually, I've heard so many stories from so many of you. I just must have gotten really lucky because I never had problems finding people to play these games with.
Yeah.
When I got I really didn't. The first game I ever got, and I've said this obviously, is APA baseball.
Mm-hmm.
And we lived in an apartment complex, and all I had to do was say, "Hey guys, I got this baseball game." I had 6 kids playing baseball with me.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, and then I had a close friend, my best friend actually, who passed away a couple years ago. He and I played all these games together, Status Pro Baseball and Title Bout, but you've never really been into the cards and dice thing, right?
No, well, no, you know, the thing is, like, I never really, I kind of knew it existed. I remember going to KB Toys and seeing the Stratomatic box, and I was like, I didn't know what that was. I didn't even know if it was really baseball, just the way it looked, and you know, the logo, the lettering of the Strat. It just looked like it's some kind of game, whatever. I didn't know exactly, so I just didn't even do anything with it. And then I just went decades and through. And I remember in high school there was a couple of kids that they used to play. They'd always be like, "Hey, you playing Strat tonight?" Like they'd get together. I'd hear them about playing Strat. But I never did that with them. But they always had this Strat league that they did for years. Apparently, that's the only other. That's about as close as I ever got to it. And then I'd say like 3-4 years ago, I started YouTube, of course. Right, you hit one thing on YouTube, all of a sudden you have everything on there. The algorithm is everything is also all of a sudden whatever you clicked on. And I clicked on a game, and there was a guy. Well, his name was Stratomatic Delaware at the time. It's Lois Lower Board Gamer. He was doing a Strat game, just doing the 1961, trying to get the Babe Ruth and Mickey Mantle race for. Oh, I'm sorry, Mickey Mantle and Roger Maris race for Babe Ruth's home run. And I was like,
by the way, is great.
Yeah, I was enthralled. I was enthralled with that. I'm like, wait a second. I was like, all of a sudden I had this itch to roll dice. I'm like, this looks cool. Like, you know, at bat by at bat. You know, you kind of roll the dice. Like whereas OOTP is more step back, like more of a grand career thing, you know. This is more game by game. So I really got excited about it. I watched video after video. Then I finally bought Stratomatic, and I bought APA, and I bought Payoff Pitch, and I've been playing those, like, you know, mixing them in with my PC games. So it's fun. And now I have History Maker Golf, and I have all these other ones, you know.
No, I honestly think what threw me was it yesterday or 2 days ago? I think it was yesterday. When you and I were communicating about what the topic would be, and we talked about whether or not you were going to play head to head.
Oh, yeah.
And you said, well, you don't really play head to head. You like to watch.
Well, yeah, when I'm playing my Sims and when I'm playing OOTP, I don't really manage.
You don't?
I don't manage games in general. I like to just watch them play out, like let the computer kind of, you know, actually when I'm playing cards and dice, I'm managing both teams.
You have to.
Yeah. No, you do. Right. So, and I actually like that about, I mean, but you're slowing it down. You kind of like, all right, you know, just at bat by at bat. It's great. You know, it's really a different, it scratches a completely different itch for me. It's amazing. And it's something I never even knew I had, you know. So,
have you had a chance to play cards and dice like at conventions or something? Or?
Well, yeah, we went to I was at the, you know, the Digital Dice Convention. Michael knows I was there. I talked to him a lot. Well, you know, I saw you the first year. And last year, this past year was a great time as well. You know, me and Mike have talked, you know, we talked there about his stuff, what he's doing. And, you know, I played some games, and, you know, I loved it there because when you play with other people, it's such a different experience. You know what I mean? And especially when you're playing with, sometimes if you're lucky enough to play against the developers themselves or whatever, to get in their minds is kind of even crazier. These guys are geniuses, like the people that develop these games, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Just love the people there. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, you know, we've done a good job, guys, with, you know, kind of for people that don't play head to head enough. I think we've done a good job of showing them how fun that can be, because we go at it with each other, you know. No, we played horse racing a few shows ago. That was such a blast.
9-4-1-8.
I know.
It was so close, Ron. You know we're so close.
Well, I'll tell you, next year I promise. Next year I'm telling myself that I'm going to join the season ticket baseball tournament that they have at the convention, because the first year I was like, oh, you know, I'll just watch and see how it goes, and then I bought season ticket after that, and then I played it. And then this past year, I was just lazy. I didn't really join the tournament. And now I'm like, next year I'm going to do it. So I'm putting a note on my phone to like join that thing next year. So,
yeah, I would recommend, if you're into it, like maybe join some online like draft leagues or something.
Yeah.
You know, John and I are in the same league. You want to talk about seasons past baseball? That's been going strong for what, 35 years now?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we started our first league in 1992 with the 1954 season, which is now in 1989.
Oh, that's amazing. That's so cool.
We've had as many as 9 leagues. We're down to 5 right now, but it's still going strong.
Is that Diamond Mind? Is it?
Yep, Diamond Mind.
I have that too. Yeah, I bought that.
Yeah, it's a weekly league. So
that's a great game too. I mean, honestly, it's not no thrill, but it really does a good game of baseball.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I mean, and we've talked about this, but the commentary is like second to none.
Yeah,
the play-by-play is
play-by-play. I mean,
you actually want to read it. Like You know, I play OOTP. I don't read the play-by-play unless I miss something. I'm like, oh, what did I miss? Let me read that. You know,
I just don't need to. I don't need to read about the inflatable ball at Dodger Stadium anymore. They got to get rid of that. They don't need. Just come up with something else, please. I'm begging you. But the thing is, like, I won the World Series in one of the leagues, like not this past season, but the season before, and the thrill that you get when you beat 20 other guys, you are the king of the hill. You know, you try to act a little like contrite, but in your mind, you're going, I freaking beat you. I beat you. I beat you. And that's a really fun thing. I mean, it's a competitive league, but with one exception, everybody I've met through the league, John, has been like a tremendous human being. Like 25 tremendous human beings, one dickhead. And I can live with one dickhead if there's 25 not dickheads. So yeah, I really recommend for anybody listening, watching, get into a draft league, man. It's so
Mark, you and I were both in the same Field of Dreams league, right?
That's a crazy league.
That was crazy.
That's like a heart attack league. Oh my God, these guys were so intense.
But if you made the playoffs, like I did a few times, you actually did get to manage the games head to head, that was my only experience doing, and I thought it was fun. And it wasn't managing like at bat by at bat, but we would basically just do substitutions, pitching changes, anything like that. But that was fun for me. And you're right. There is a different feeling when you're playing against someone else, right?
That league that was like the draft league version of Demolition Derby or bumper cars. I mean, seriously. Right? You know what I'm talking about, Mike. There was so much razzing, and it's like, there were guys that they literally didn't sleep for 3 days just making trades.
Oh yeah, they still don't sleep. Yeah, it's still going. It's still going.
No, I know. Yeah.
I'm not in it, but yeah, it's really good. So yeah.
So guys, what do you got for Mike?
So
go ahead.
So walk us through what got you into modding stadiums. You showed me this one when I was on the bash, but
yeah,
go through that, because that's you're in a Hall of Famer for that.
Well, the stadiums was interesting because OOTP forever was just a 2D like pictures. Not much. Maybe the ball flight maybe there's a ball that moved around to show the play.
When did it get 3D?
I'd like to say it was like 2015, 2014,
so it's still
somewhere around there. I can't. Maybe it's OOTP 15, possibly. I can't remember exactly. But once they came out with it, of course, they introduced the ability for 3D parks, but they only had one generic park that you could use with the game. And of course, I was like, that's not good enough. I mean, it's an okay park. But I was like, and I was just like, oh, how does this work? Like, how do you do all this? How do you get the grid to work? They set up the grid on the park so the balls bounce off the wall and stuff. Eventually, and then they're like, well, yeah, you can, if you have SketchUp, you can create your own parks. And I'm like, ding, because there was a game for the Commodore, another baseball game. It was called Pure Stat Baseball, and I don't know if anybody remembers that one.
Yeah, I remember hearing of that.
And that game had that was the first game I know. Well, Earl Weaver. Oddly enough, I never played Earl Weaver, but this game had a stadium disc you could buy and had all 26 stadiums at the time. And it was just like too simple. Like when lefties was up, you could see right field. When righties were up, you could see left field. And it was like, very, very limited graphics, but I died for that. I wanted that so bad because I like the parks. I mean, who doesn't like baseball fields, right? It's the most like thing. Right. It's the best thing about one of the best things about baseball that every team has their own unique park, right? Yeah. Different dimensions. And so when I found out about this with OOTP, I already loved the game. All I could think, and I played mostly fictional at the time, believe it or not. I created my own leagues and my own world and stuff. And so I was like thinking, wow, I can make my own parks, my own 3D. So I started out creating these 3D parks, like learning SketchUp. And,
is that a program?
Yeah. It's called SketchUp. It's a 3D modeling. It's free. They have a free version, and anything free is for me. That's why I say I'm a cheapskate. So, So I was learning that, and and then I was like just creating some. I found it was hard at first, but once you get the technique down, and then I started to I was like, all right, well, these fictional parks are good. I probably created like a dozen of those, and then I was like, well, I've always like sketched like Fenway Park like on a piece of paper. When I was a kid, I used to sketch the parks and the dimensions. Let me try my hand at like some other park. Like,
so you have some art skills.
Yeah, well, I mean, actually, though, I found a good system. There was a website out there. His name is Clem. Andrew Clem is his name.
Oh yeah, okay.
And he has the diagrams, the top field diagrams
with the dimensions. Yeah.
Every iteration of every park, like over through their history, like the different dimensions. It has like scale diagrams, like from the top down.
About that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and it actually has the most important thing for 3D. It has a diagram of the profile of the field of the stands so you can actually trace the profile, stand it up, and then you could drag it around to it gives you the most of the stands and stuff. So I basically just tried. I don't even know what my first park. I think it was like Seals Stadium. Believe it or not, it was like the first one I did. It was because it was the simplest one. It was just this little half an oval, and I was like, let me try that one out. Then I was like, all right, let me try like Fenway, and of course Fenway. And I started to do that. And, of course, at first they were a little rough looking at first and they weren't the best. But then I just started to refine my techniques the more I did. And then it just became an obsession. And I'd say between 2015 and 2021, 22, I didn't play one game of OOTP. I think I was on the beta team. All I did was create parks and test them in the game. So I don't think I was just obsessed with it.
So when you're building these parks, you're also having to go back through history, I would assume.
Oh yeah.
To try to figure out what the signage was.
Yep.
And then you have to create those signs.
Well, I didn't create them. There was, you find a lot of stuff online, there was a lot of stuff, and I gathered a bunch of like dead ball era like signage and, just a bunch of stuff I could grab, like, Google's your friend, right? So
sure.
Just a lot of image searching. And I love that about that. I'd get into, say, Riverfront Stadium, right? I would just research Riverfront Stadium pictures and everything for like a week. And I would gather everything I could, every possible angle, every possible thing. And then I would just try to, okay, this had a Marlboro sign. I'll put a Marlboro sign up here.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, and some of them are good, some of them aren't so good. And the textures and the field, the wall colors and things like that, I tried to make match as much as possible. And I think, I think I did a pretty good job. I mean, there's so much there. Like, there's so much detail.
He's nodding his head.
Yeah, there's so much detail.
He said he's a fanboy.
I spent more time working
want your autograph.
Well, I spent more time working on parts of the park that you can't even see in the game, which is crazy to me. But like, behind
like the concession stand.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like areas, like little nooks and crannies. I'm like, oh, that's not right, because I got a little. You could ask Jamie Marshall. Like he saw me working on a little bit recently when I was getting the parks ready for the bash, and he was just like, oh my god, he's like, I can't believe you really took this much detail into it. But no, it was a labor of love though. It was a lot of fun.
Were you into, and somebody wrote Andrew Clem Ballpark website is still up. If somebody could tell us what that website is, I'm sure that'd be good to know.
I think it's clemballparks.com.
Yeah, I wish I had. I don't even have it bookmarked. I just say Clem's Stadiums in the book, and it just goes right to the link. So
what you're doing is a form of miniatures building, model building, diorama building. Were you into that kind of stuff when you were a kid, or has it strictly been about ballparks and particularly OOTP?
I'm probably the furthest from artistic person as you could get. I mean, I'm just like, I play hockey and, I'm a computer, I'm not like a jock or anything.
Players can't be artists.
I'm just not like an artist, or I'm not like, I'm just not that way. And I can't draw a picture. I can't, sing a song, but I mean, but this thing just seemed to speak to me, like the parks. It just seemed, I kind of had a passion for it. I love the baseball stadiums. I love the different looks of them. And I love that the fact you could actually play the game that I like to play in it, So,
let me ask you this: have you ever built a ballpark that was a complete? And I know the answer already. That's a completely fictional ballpark that you created from your own mind.
Yeah, that's a lot tougher.
Then guess what?
What?
You're an artist.
Well, I know, but
by definition, and we talked about it on the show. If you create something from absolutely nothing, that is art. It's undeniable. So
but it's hard. It's
welcome to the art world, Mike.
But it's not.
Now get a beret. You have to get a beret.
But it's very tough.
A raspberry beret, the kind
suicidal tendencies, and not the band.
Yeah.
And,
one of my coolest parks.
You two can be an artist.
One of my coolest parks I thought was the one from the Natural. I built. They had a diagram for that for the
War Memorial in
War
Buffalo.
Memorial. Yeah, I built that one too. That was pretty cool.
I've got that in my computer.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, fictional ones. I actually have a Heinsohn Stadium I created by Marcus Heinsohn.
Oh, okay.
There you Well, D. Scott Howard said earlier that he plays out of the park baseball because of your ballparks and the difference it makes. And when you play out of the park baseball, if you play the current season, it's the ballparks that come with the game.
Yeah,
and I don't like those ballparks. They don't,
like
like.
those?
I just
I
don't.
think they're great.
I don't like. I will like. I have a hard time playing the modern seasons because I like your ballparks better. So I'll go back and play, in the 80s. So, and it's unreal. And I get a kick out of, and I used your ballpark images for PC Replay Baseball as well.
Oh, and I love, I was going to Go ahead. I was going to ask if his images are cross populated into other games. Like Mark Shaw does the ones for Action PC baseball, and it seems a JPEG is a JPEG, so you can almost import them in any game that you want to use.
I did create 2D versions of each park, so you can use. I play Action PC as well myself, so I actually use them. I use those as my parks for 1987.
I want those.
Well, I have. Yeah, I actually did. I probably should remake. I fixed up the parks a little bit more this year, and I probably just redo that. But it's a lot of. I mean, it's 220 something parks for the historical game alone. Just the different versions of each stadium. That so it's 220 total. So whenever they add a feature in OOTP that might, like they added the live scoreboard feature a couple years ago. I had to go back through all my parks and update the scoreboards to have the live feature on it.
So what I'm a little confused on, and that could be because I'm an idiot. With OOTP, as I remember, the stadiums they're 3D modeling stadiums, and you can change camera angles and see things. Action PC stadiums are live shots or real shots. Not always. Some of them are drawings, but I'm thinking of the real shots. And then they're just 2D images.
They're static shots.
They're static. That's what I mean. They're static shots, right? So are your OOTP stadiums built from 3D sort of animated kind of modeling, or from real stills, or a combination of both?
No, I actually create every single thing 3D. I create every wall, every the height of the stands, the height of the walls. I create everything. I model everything on the 3D program in SketchUp, and then I have to export that as a 3D model file into OOTP. OOTP will read that, and when assign it to the game, to the team.
So then, how do you then take that and use it in Action PC? Because that's the whole different.
Easy. I start up a game. I hit print screen. I take a screenshot and save it as a JPEG, and then you can use it in Action PC. It's
just from that angle, from that OOTP.
That's the best thing is I can create. I have the same angle for every park. So sometimes in Action PC, if you've seen some of the parks, sometimes it's kind of at a crazy angle, and you can't maybe see the whole field all the way. Well, my park, I kind of created like an optimized behind the plate. I think is a great angle and I can just basically use that camera angle in every park, play a game, just take a screenshot, and it's got the same angle for everyone.
Jamie says even the railing at Old Yankee Stadium, I watched him get down to that detail.
Well, that's a funny story because I realized one of my Yankee stadiums, the wall in right field and left field was a little too high. It was only 4 feet tall. It was a very short wall, as everybody knows in Yankee Stadium. Well, one of the models I had from 1938, I think. It was like maybe 10 feet, I don't know why it was. So I actually redid the whole lower bowl just so I could fix that. I had to redo the whole thing and redo the stands, the crowd, like the dugouts and the railings. So
can you make Tropicana? Can you make Tropicana Field with pieces of the roof on the turf?
I did make that, but no, I could, but I don't know if you could play on it.
So why don't we get into the sort of the topic that I sent out to you guys as far as, games like OOTP, which is so different, I think, in a lot of ways. That it's deeper. I mean, you can't really argue that it allows you to do more on the general management side and the ownership side than most of these other games. And you're a huge OOTP fan, so clearly that part of the game is really, really important to you and something you really care about.
Well, I do. I love the game. I will say I don't play every every aspect of the game. Like
sure, probably nobody.
You know, I don't do like historical is what I'm really at right now, and using it to maybe for some of my replays, maybe playing some of the games in like 1986. I did it for 1986. Now I'm in 1987, but I started out fictional. I'm thinking about possibly going back to testing out fictional again, maybe after the bash, but you know, I'm still thinking about that. The long-term career sim, I kind of gave that up a while ago, but you know, again, there's so many different game modes to play in that. I could always go back at some other point, but I would say more or less, since I found cards and dice, I'm more into the game management, just simming out the game slower and watching the games. Rather than, because it's very simple, you could sim a season in about 5 minutes now.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you wanted to go that quickly and go to free agency and go to drafting, but I haven't really done that in a while because of the fact I've been playing historical so far. But yeah, I mean, I love, you know, I think OOTP is trying to be a lot everything to almost everyone, but which is very difficult to do. And I, you know, sometimes, you know, but I still think they're managing pretty well, even for us. And they have a relatively small team, but not like single person small. But I think they're doing pretty well, you know, and, you know, I get excited, you know, every year I'm in the beta team, and there's features I'm hoping for, but, you know, I'm still waiting for, but that's okay.
It's a sandbox. It really is a
sandbox.
Yeah,
it is a sandbox. I mean, you can also find issues with it, just like anything else too. I mean, but you know, in the end of the day, it does do a pretty good job. And for what it gives you for the money you're paying, like if you're a historical player, you can import any season on a click of a button for any year, and it all comes with that one price. It's not bad.
Yeah, especially if you don't mind being a year behind, you can get it for like basically nothing, you know?
Yep.
When I bought it,
All-Star break, for
right. When I bought it, I think it was either 2019 or no, it wasn't 20. It was maybe 2020, you know, pandemic. We're all, you know, freaking out, looking for things to, you know, cope. And, you know, finding the Digital to Dice podcast, eventually learning about OOTP. And when I got it, I fell in love with the game when I first got it. But what I loved about it was the fictional stuff. The fact that you could go so deep into creating your own teams, you know, drafting guy or trading for guys and salary caps and all that stuff. That was like my thing with OOTP. And then for some reason, you know what turned me off? And I'm not saying this is a fault of theirs, because I know people love this. When they came out with the year where they started doing these packs.
Oh, the perfect team.
Perfect team.
Yeah, I got so lost. You loved it, I know, John.
I did perfect team for several years.
I did. Yeah, I did too. Yeah,
it lost.
I didn't spend a dime.
I didn't either. I was not. No.
I just felt like I didn't understand it anymore. Like I don't want packs. I want. You know, I just
no, you don't have to.
You know, it's just me. You know.
Yeah,
you don't have to use. That's not really the base game, right?
Yeah, I think I think one of the big complaints is that the improvements they make each year, or the new features each year, are kind of geared towards perfect team, as opposed to the other things. And I've been playing it since Out of the Park 6.5. I loved OOTP 6.5, and the animations are great. But see, I don't really need the animations. I need the ballpark. I need the ballpark image, the historic, accurate ballpark image, and then everything else is in my head. And so I loved Out of the Park baseball back when it just had the play-by-play, the 2D, and I put a ballpark back there, and that's why I do PC replay baseball. Same thing. I just need the ballpark.
That's a great game. I love that.
And and if I don't have the ballpark, if I have a blank screen or a generic ballpark, I have a hard time with immersion, which is why your ballparks. Like I put you up there. You're my Mount Rushmore. I've got Richard Hanna up there. Richard Hanna. I got Mike Silva. And then I probably got Ron and Al Red Sox fan, because Ron and Al Red Sox fan made it okay that I wasn't crazy. They were on YouTube playing these games. You know what? Maybe I'm not a crazy person, or maybe they're this crazy too. But so
that's great.
But I mean, the ballparks make a huge difference. And every time I play a game online, when I go stream, and when your ballparks comes up, I always kind of go, and there's a Mike Silva ballpark.
Yeah,
it makes a huge difference. I mean, it makes when I'm playing, I'm playing 1990 right now. When I pull up the old Comiskey Park, that's the last year, the old Comiskey Park. It's like I'm not playing in a new park. I'm not playing in some just generic Shea Stadium where they used to have. Like it's it's like the ballpark's there and everything else. So it's a huge deal for immersion for me anyway, and I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way.
You know what this reminds me of? I'm pretty big into like audiophile. Like I have a huge music collection, and pretty expensive. Relative. I mean, not relative to what some people have, but I would call it like a lower entry audiophile setup. And there's a site called the Steve Hoffman Music Forums, and Steve Hoffman is a guy he's a mastering engineer, and he's known for mastering for CD a lot of classic albums. And if you find a Steve Hoffman mastered CD or a Steve Hoffman mastered album, that's considered like you found, the holy grail. And it sounds like Mike Silva's ballparks are the sports sim equivalent of a Steve Hoffman mastered album or CD, and that's really impressive, Mike.
Well, I just want to say, I mean, I really am humbled by the fact that many people say to me that they probably wouldn't play the game if it wasn't for the parks. And I mean, I don't even know what to say. I'm just not like, it's just amazing feeling to hear that, because it's great. I mean, for me, it was a labor of love. And one of the reasons why I'm doing this bash tournament, which I don't know if you want to get into, but one of the reasons why I wanted to do that was because I wanted to be able to actually see my own parks in action. Because I haven't even, I created them all, but I didn't think I'd ever have time to play in them all,
So as somebody who kind of started with computer, found OOTP, and only fairly recently found cards and dice, what is it about cards and dice? I'll phrase it this way. What does cards and dice give you that OOTP or these other games don't?
I actually love rolling the dice. I think having the card, there is something to be said about the cards in your hand, and also it really does, your imagination kind of runs wild, and for me it's a complete nostalgia thing. I don't mind playing like cards and dice. I do 80s stuff. Like it's all, I just want to be back in those micro league days. And I want the days when I was collecting baseball cards, and I'm playing with like 87 right now. So like Rob Deere gets up, and I remember what his baseball card looks at without even having to look at the screen, because I just remember having that in my head. I just love that. I just love, and just having these games played out with those guys, and even guys that maybe I didn't remember, I never watched play, but I remember who's like, I don't know, these guys with funny names like Sixto Lezcano or something. You know what I mean? Like,
Lezcano, yes.
Buddy Biancalana. Like, I remember seeing his card, but
John Bacabella.
Dan Billadello. Like those guys. I could go off
for the Expos.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, that's a nostalgia thing all the way. And it is fun to have that, you're playing this game by yourself, and it's all in your head. Like, it's just the memories going back. So,
well, I think like the thing with OOTP for me is, and I think this kind of speaks to that, and it's why I like the fictional version better. I feel like it loses the nostalgia. I know, like Pesky said, the parks really help, and I'm sure they do, but still there's something to 21st century, and the animation, it's good, but it's very repetitive. And once you know the pattern, you kind of zone out. Whereas when you're playing cards and dice, you have to do all of that in your head. And so that's always, I think, going to be the more nostalgic experience. Action PC, which is the hands down the game I play the most, is Action PC Baseball.
Yeah.
But still, I started playing Apago when we had John Herson on, and I've kept it. And I'm almost exclusively, well, not almost, I am only playing teams from the 70s. And the reason is because when I got APA, which was like 1976, 77 maybe, those were the teams that I had. So I feel like APA is now my 70s game. And anytime I want to do a 70s World Series and I get to roll the dice, there are some of these games that are computer versions of, or ported games, whatever you want to call them. One in particular where you can't roll the dice. I don't see any, I have no understanding of why that would be. You got to be able to roll the dice. That's the whole reason.
Yep. It's fun
doing it, it's because it's
but
fun.
I'll tell you, the one thing that OTP does give you, which dice can't, is the ability to complete a project like what I'm doing. There's no way you could ever do a bash project like that. So that's one thing that, from a macro sense, like OOTP is great, for a big project, but if you want to actually get down to like so many games, you want to play every at bat of Barry Bonds's, whatever 2001 season or whatever it was, Did he hit that 70? If you want to just do his at bats, you can just do that. You know what I mean? With cards and dice, it's great. You know, there's a lot of different things you can do with each thing. So I just try to find the best thing in both. And and same thing goes with all the different games too. There's I discovered with the cards and dice and just the whole YouTube community, all these great games like PC Replay Baseball and the computer is amazing. You can roll dice, enter the dice rolls into the computer,
which is wonderful.
You almost have that feeling. It's like the best of both worlds. And every game I found, even Pocket Pen and Run, and every game has something that I really like that most of the other games don't have, which is kind of funny. So sometimes I get an itch. Like Pocket Pen and Run generates this beautiful score sheet when you finish the game.
Oh yeah.
It has the score sheet that looks like you were on a scorebook in Little League, you know, and your coach was keeping score. You know, it's like the exact same thing, you know. But I don't think any other game ever even has anything like that. So it's pretty cool. But
so thoughts from the rest of you guys before we get to the Bash? Then we do want to talk about the Bash tournament, which is a huge thing.
On which thoughts on which?
Just the idea of OOTP and what it does versus the theater of the mind thing that you always talk about, Ron.
Well, I think with OOTP you can do anything, and it does a lot of things well. What I like most about OOTP the last few times I got it was the fictional. You can go, you can make your 8 small town teams and create players and run it overnight, and you have 100 years of history waiting for you when you wake up. Every pitch of every game. And that is, you're never going to sit there and read it, but I'm always fascinated to see what surprise, Jamie, what stories you're going to find when you wake up, because it does do that well. I'm not really interested in the GM type thing for that. I've done a couple, again, fictional things where you try to put together a team and make trades, and the disappointment when your star pitcher doesn't want to re-sign with you or demands a trade, and it does that very well. But going back to like a closed engine type thing, like an Action PC and that, there's I think for those of us who grew up with Micro League, and it sounds like there are quite a few of us who are in this community who grew up with Micro League, I don't think that ever bothered us that you could never see the result. We knew from the patterns from Micro League what was going to happen on a given pitch. You don't hit and run because the game freezes, or at least it did in the Apple II version. That it was more than just, oh my goodness, I can do this. But some of it got to be learning about the different teams, because we didn't really know about the 69 Mets. We'd heard about them, but to sit there and take, Nolan Ryan pitched for the 69 Mets, I didn't know that, so that sort of thing. And so I think it kind of tapped a curiosity that we knew that was there, but wasn't quite sure how to get there. And I think that kind of goes forward. I would throw Pro Strategy Football into that mix too, because it is a rating-based game. I don't know, Mike, if you've ever played that or not.
I have. Yeah, I have.
It reminds me so much of Micro League and so much of the basic OOTP, where it's going to give you plausible numbers. It's not going to necessarily land you there, but it kind of gives you that same kind of fun. Of you just don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
And the mods in that game are the key too, because I'll play that game for the uniforms. I want to play those uniforms show up on the screen, and you feel like you're 12 years old again.
Right. And I love the parks and the stadiums are great too. Even the ones that have the baseball.
Oh my goodness.
They have a baseball diamond in the middle, like Oakland, and like in San Diego.
The same thing.
Cool.
And then he's got like these little Easter eggs in there too, right? That you can find in Pro Football Strategy.
Yeah, it's great.
Like Taylor Swift showing up at a Chiefs game or something.
Yeah,
like that.
at Arrowhead.
Do they really have that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god, that's funny.
Yeah. I was watching a Football Life on NFL Network the other day, and they're showing Dan Fouts, and it's, you know what? I pulled up Pro Strategy Football just to play in those old Charger uniforms with the baseball dirt on the field, and let me drop back Dan Fouts 40 times and throw the ball around. It's just like it's just it's amazing what those things do.
I got to say, Pesky, I think of everybody in the hobby, who talks about the hobby and talks about the games. I don't think anybody has as much unbridled enthusiasm for all of this than you. See, I mean that as a strong compliment. Well, I mean, it's my opinion.
Have you watched a Red Sox fan do a boxing match before on YouTube?
No, that's not what I'm saying. Yes, he is the master of boxing. I'm just saying when you start talking about this game, this stuff, it's literally like we're all 12 years old again.
Yep.
Well,
that's the point.
I just think that's so cool.
I mean, people can get bogged down into how accurate this is and how realistic that is. Point. These games are supposed to be fun. Mm-hmm. They can also break your heart, but these games are supposed to be fun. When you're sitting down there and doing what I do at lunchtime or whatever you guys decide to play, the whole point is to sit there and have a good time while you're doing it.
Right.
And out of the park baseball, I have my issues with out of the park baseball, but a lot of people who complain about it, and this is not their fault per se, but they don't know how to set the game up for what they want.
Right.
And so they're using it for the wrong reason. What's your settings like? And it's hard because
it can be daunting, though. I'll admit that's daunting.
It really is.
Settings.
It really is. So sometimes you don't have it set up correctly. It's like, well, you really can get it to play what you want. And one of the problems with it for me having ADHD is that when I start a project, like, what do I want to play out of the park baseball. What do I want? Do I want to have it where the numbers recalc after 3 years or 1 year? Do I want to have total, where they just there's
all right, now I'm starting to get a panic attack.
So all those things. Yeah. So all those things happen. So I mean, but the main complaints about that is that people just don't know how to set it up for what they want.
I agree. And also that was a big complaint for the historical replay kind of folks. And I will note that, for anybody that hasn't tried it in the last couple of versions, they do have a historical replay mode now where when you're setting up you pick the season and you set you name the file name. And then there's a button, there's career mode, there's this mode, they have replay mode. You click that, almost all the settings are set up for you the right way, and it works, and it does a pretty damn good job, I have to say, of running a replay season. So if somebody hasn't tried that in like 2 versions, maybe it might be worth giving it a shot when it goes on sale if you're interested in it.
And that kind of segues into my question. I haven't played OOTP since Marcus sold the company. Has there been any shift in what their lane is going toward, or specializations, or improvements in certain areas that
the KBO, I mean,
yep.
It got bought by a Korean company, and so now the KBO is a big part of that. But honestly, I mean, are they going after the perfect team crowd? Because I mean, is that a moneymaker? I'm positive it's a moneymaker for them. But I do have, as being on the beta team, they do work on quite a few of the base game features, and they are trying to improve it. It's a tough thing to do. That code must be like spaghetti by now, like with all the stuff that it does.
27 different versions or whatever.
My God! So I try to do my little piece. I test the 3D stuff and my parks and make sure all my mods. Basically, all anybody's interested from me is just to make sure my mods work every version. I mean, that's easy enough. But it's a lot of work though for one person to go through every single thing, every single beta season. Yeah, every new version, I create a season from 1901 to present and test every season's import of all the parks. So it's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I bought it on Steam. I bought it on Steam for the first time, and it's really simple to get your ballparks in from Steam now.
And I also do the uniforms too, by the way.
Yeah, so all that stuff.
I created all the uniforms as well.
That was pretty cool. So that was a cool thing. Kind of not a new feature, but on Steam now, it makes it much easier to get all the mods in there.
You click subscribe, and it automatically downloads the thing. And
that's great.
So let's talk about the Bash tournament.
Yeah,
tell us, where the idea came from, what the mechanics are, how it's structured. Talk to us like we have no idea what it is.
Yeah, I can. So basically, I don't know. You know how I hang out on the Discord a lot with the Field of Dreams guys, right? Mark, you know them, right? So I'm on there pretty much every night. It's pretty active in there for chats, and it's a lot of the same guys. And so we were on there. Usually somebody's sharing a game that they're playing. If it's not action or whatever, they usually sometimes people are just playing like PC replay. Well, one guy had a PC replay game tournament he had set up. He was playing probably the 27 Yankees versus some other good team, right?
Right.
And I was just thinking, I'm like, well, I was never one for cross era play. Like I always just like did, when I started doing these things, I was like season replays. That's it, And so I was like, that's a pretty cool, it's not so bad to have this team and that team. I was like, what would happen if you could have a tournament with every team, like from 1901 all the way up to now? And I was just thinking it out loud, and then I mentioned it, and then one of the guy, Clue, was the man, one of the commissioners. He was in the background. He was listening to me mention that. And then he sent me this DM. Well, it would be like 2,000 something teams, and he starts putting the bug in my ear. He's like, well, this is that. He's like, yeah, you could do this. And I'm like, well, how many would I need? How many teams would I need to make? How many brackets do I need and all that? So then I just turned to Copilot and I started using that. Like, well, if I have this many teams, and then eventually I started getting excited about it. I'm like, well, this looks like fun. I could figure out the brackets and
so to be clear and take it step by step. Yeah. So this is every team.
Yeah. So
this is not the greatest teams, the worst teams.
Every season.
Every team from every season from 1901
to 2024, because that was this was last year at this time. So 2025 season was still in. So I went to Baseball Reference and I went to every season, copied the league standings, every team in the league, and I put it all in a spreadsheet, one spreadsheet, and I ranked all the teams by winning percentage, and then I did it by tiebreakers, by like run differential or whatever. So then I had basically my 1 to 2,676 teams ranked, and then I had to figure out how to get down to 2,048, because 2,048 would be the number where you could have 32 64 team brackets. And so basically I had 600 and something teams. I forget the number exactly. And I had to have 2 preliminary rounds to get rid of those, most of them, to get to the 2,048. That was about another 600 games I had to play first before I could even get to that point.
All right. Now, to be honest, and I'll let you continue, but how much of this, and this is a good thing if I'm right about this, how much AI were you able to use to cut down on the work you would have to have done yourself 10 or 15 years ago?
I used AI, I haven't used it a lot, but I used it in certain key places, like when I wanted to randomize
rank things.
What teams went into what bracket. I had it write me a few Excel bits of Excel code that I could use in Excel, but it wasn't a whole lot.
Use. It's the beautiful thing about AI awesome. Is a project like this.
Yes.
Welcome to AI. Are you kidding me? You could try to do this 15, 20, or even 5 years ago.
Yep.
With AI,
I have the brackets. I had it randomized the matchups. Mostly, I had to seed the teams first, and 128 1 seeds, 128 2 seeds, 123 seeds. It was, and each bracket was set up like a March Madness tournament. So you had 4 regions, 1 to 16 seeds each region. So that's how it was set up. And I had 32 brackets, and then I had all the teams, and then I kept, and the AI thing came into play again with Excel when I was exporting the stats from OOTP to a text file, CSV files, and I put it all into one CSV, and then I used AI to generate leaderboards and stats, stuff like that.
Right.
So that was pretty cool. That's fun. And then Jamie Marshall has been my partner. Basically, he'd be on every night with me nonstop, like no fail. And he'd be on there. We'd just be shooting the breeze, watching these games on Discord. And the other thing about the games, you think it's 5,600 games we've played so far total. Jeez. But we don't play every inning of every game. We basically, with OOTP, we watch the first inning of each game, sim half an inning at a time until we get to the 9th inning, and then we watch the 9th inning, and then any extra innings if there are any.
What kind of file sizes are you talking about when you back these things up?
Well, each bracket was one league file, right? So I'd create a league, no regular season games, just it would go right to the tournament, 64 teams. I have to import each team from each season that was in that bracket. Then I'd have to set up the uniforms, the parks automatically imported correctly, but the uniforms I had to set up manually. And then the file sizes for each season was probably about 620 megabytes each.
I have a really good wife. I hope you have a really good wife too, Mike.
Well, she likes to sleep.
Because if you didn't, she would have left. She would have left you.
She's very well rested wife, because she goes to bed at like 8:39, and that's
when you're off and running.
Yeah, so 9 to 12, she doesn't know what I'm doing. She's in La La Land, and I'm, and luckily Jamie Marshall's. I think his wife's the same thing. So we
That's
actually
great,
have
yeah.
very tired wives. She's a teacher. My wife's a teacher. I think
My wife's a teacher too, and she goes to bed at 9,
What
9:30.
grade? What does she teach? Just out of curiosity.
My wife teaches special needs kids. She teaches social studies.
Oh, there you go.
In a public school in Baltimore County,
Yep.
primarily for kids with autism, but she also has some Gen Pop kids or whatever they're called.
Oh, well, my wife's an 8th grade teacher, so she deals with 8th grade.
Yeah, mine is 6th, 7th, and 8th.
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord.
So she comes home, she's exhausted.
Yeah.
She's in her pajamas. She's in her pajamas faster than I can even.
Yeah,
do anything. Like,
my wife is the same exact way.
So luckily, bless her, she's very good. My daughter likes to stay up. She goes to bed around 8:30. So yeah, between 9 o'clock, 9:30, I'm generally like ready to go. So
I taught 6th grade for 1 year. I wanted to hang myself with wax dental floss by the end of the year.
I subbed for a year. I didn't. 3rd grade was the lowest I went. I went in high school.
I got to high school. High school is much more my realm. I can't imagine middle school.
I think my wife has said that she teaches 6th, 7th, and 8th. That 6 are the toughest. I think she also said that this year the 6th grade was the dumbest 6th grade she's ever taught. Which I don't think teachers are supposed to say that, but they can say it to their husbands. She was like, I don't know how these kids got here. She's like, I don't know how they got out of 5th grade.
It's
Mark. I really don't.
It's not the smarts. It's their attitude and how they're raised and their.
Well, yeah.
And she was teaching during the pandemic and having to go into our bedroom with the Zoom and the whole thing, and it was brutal.
Yeah, brutal.
But
I'm sure your wife had the same issue, Mike.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
I teach 9th graders in the morning and seniors in the afternoon. So I get them coming in and coming out. And so it's pretty cool perspective. I see kind of both ends, and I got siblings and of course I'm much different with freshmen than my seniors. My seniors think I'm cool because I can be cool because they're seniors. Right. And my freshmen will say, my brother said you were cool. You're not cool. I go, no, I'm not cool to freshmen.
Nobody's cool. You
gotta earn cool.
That's not gonna happen.
Right.
So, Mike, I got us off topic with the wife stuff. So where were we with the?
So I started this bash thing back last year ago in May, and so we actually finally, as you probably know by now, I think everybody knows because I'm posting about this thing and Jamie's posting every day. But we're trying to broadcast every game of the final 32 bracket, which means it's the 32 teams that are left standing from each of the brackets, right? So those 32 teams are playing each other.
2,000, how many again?
676.
Down to 32.
Yep. And we're down to 16.
Unbelievable.
So it's fun, right? I mean, and the amazing thing is the randomness, the whole complete randomness of this tournament. And we have in one side of the final 32 bracket, it's possible that the 1927 Yankees could play the 1927 Pirates if they make it to the semifinal.
Oh, wow.
What are the odds of that?
Wow.
Completely random. Oh, this whole thing. We have teams like, the teams that nobody's would have ever thought to pair up before, like the 72 Royals against anybody, or the 2000 Orioles against. I have the 2000 Orioles. I'm playing them tonight. They're still in this thing. They somehow won their bracket. They were the only team to make it into the final 32 that actually had to play in the preliminary round because they were so bad.
How about the Seattle Pilots? Are they in there?
No, they didn't make it. No, that was only that they were one shot deal.
They were 1 year, yeah.
That's it. But no,
that's your surprise team.
What's that?
Biggest
surprise team.
Well, 2000 Orioles. 2000 Orioles.
2000 Orioles. They were not very good.
Well, they had this. I think they must have loaded up on. They had Will Clark and they had all these other guys,
but they had them too late.
They traded them away. Yeah, they traded them away. Except Albert Bell was left on the team and someone else was on there. But yeah, they somehow they. Did they have Tejada in 2000, or was that like 2001? I think. No, I don't think they had Tejada.
I think he was still in Oakland in 2001.
Yeah, I think he was.
Yeah.
The 2020 Red Sox didn't get hot. I thought the 2020 Red Sox with Martin Perez might get hot.
No, the 42 Red Sox made it, and the 1913 Red Sox made it.
13.
1913.
Yeah, I'm with you Thursday night.
Yes, I know. Thanks for coming back on. That'll be awesome. I can't wait. It's gonna be fun.
So
fun when you had.
So outside of the 2000 Orioles, what are some other surprise teams?
Well, the 72 Royals were on there. They lost in the 82 Padres are still alive. That's another team that probably has no business in being in the final.
It must have been decent though, because in '84,
Well, 82 was Tony Gwynn's rookie year, but you know how they ever played. Like, you know, they had Sixto Lezcano. That's why I kind of mentioned it. But no, they weren't.
But 2 years later, they were in the World Series.
Yeah, right. But I think they had a losing record that year in regular season. But, you know, yeah, right. I mean, the best thing about this was how much I've learned about baseball players and history and just the teams and guys. Like, I kind of got a kick out of a lot of the names that a lot of the guys in the dead ball era and stuff had. A lot of Heinies and a lot of, you know.
Oh, yeah,
tons of Boyley, Yard Clark.
Stuffies and Heinies.
No, it's some good names, you know, it's some good stories.
Stuffies and Heinies.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, so it's just a lot of fun. Honestly, and we are broadcasting every game. I'm doing one at 10 o'clock tonight.
Yeah,
so.
That's right. So,
but
to get going.
Yeah, we're trying to get those, get those going. And actually, I'm taking my time. We're trying to get some people on. Just like Ron, and we had a few other people on, and just trying to get all different people on to talk about the game, and just
that's great.
You know, just shoot the breeze about baseball in general, and
kind of like what you guys are doing. You had my French dip buddy Andy on. You had Marshall Garvey on, or he's coming on.
Marshall Garvey's
on tonight, right?
He's coming back tonight. Yeah, we're bringing back the old gang back. So Marshall's coming back, then you tomorrow, just like we did the last time.
so a lot.
You guys
are
going to be
fun.
Veterans.
All right, so we've got to get to Game 7 of this combined franchises thing that we thought when we came with it was the thing we did on the very first episode of Box Scores was this combined franchise idea. I would take the 79 Orioles / 73 Mets. Ron would take the 2004 Red Sox / 2017 Nationals. We'd play a game. That's what we thought. We'd just play one game. Now it's now it's the finals. We weren't going to do a series. We're just going to do one game. We ended up doing a 7-game series. We're at Game 7 is tonight. I've got Tom Seaver pitching. He's got Kurt Schilling pitching.
Oh, baby.
So stick around for that. Guys, final questions for Mike? Anybody? Thoughts? Praise?
What's next? What's your next project?
Great question.
Yeah, that's I don't know, man. That's what I was thinking.
What could you possibly do?
Well, I was thinking possibly, like I mentioned, I might be heading back fictional, maybe start an online league or something.
Would you do a hockey project like that?
I would if I could. The franchise hockey manager program that OOT out of the Park Developments make,
right.
They have a lot of the same features. They have the whole historical database. They have all the seasons. What it doesn't have is the ability to import specific teams into a game. So I couldn't make the brackets the way I wanted to. Curling. Yeah. Thanks.
Amy Marshall says you're doing curling next.
So I just want to say, sorry, go ahead, John.
Midlife crisis, about 3 pounds. I was answering his question.
Seaver. Schilling is a douche.
He was a good ball player. He was clutch.
Root for me.
Well, he was a clutch guy.
No one's ever called Tom Seaver a douche. I can guarantee you that.
Well, I wish Tom Seaver was still healthy in '86, but no.
Yeah.
Anyway, but if you want, what I'd like to say is, if I can just add one thing,
sure,
is that talking about OOTP, all those years I played OOTP, I think I might have just lived on the forums that they have there in OOTP, and I don't think I ever actually face to face talked to anybody, in OOTP, and not until I actually found this community, like the Cards and Dice and this. You guys are so awesome, like so welcoming and very personable and very warm and easy to talk to. So I'm not saying that OOTP folks are not, but they're just not as outgoing and not as, they're not.
I kind of remember that.
Well, yeah. I was on those forums. Some people on those OOT forums back in the day were not the nicest people.
No,
that's exactly. Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, it was a breath of fresh air coming here. And honestly, myself, I was never wanted to do broadcasts or attempt to do broadcasts or come on these type of things. My wife probably doesn't know what I'm doing right now, but I just wanted to say that you guys are great, and it's fun to just the community in general. That the convention that Mike runs. And everything is just a friggin' top notch. It's awesome. I love it. Can't wait for the next one. Thanks, guys.
Right.
I really do appreciate you having me on.
Thank you, man. Let's have you on again soon.
Thank you, Mike.
Thanks, Mike.
All right. Take it easy.
Thanks, man. We'll talk to you.
All right. See you, man.
Take care. All right, guys. It is time for Game 7. I'm going to go take my cocaine break, and then I will be back.
All right. I'm going to bow out when you come back.
You guys hold down the fort while I go snort some lines. I'll be right back.
You go do that. You go do that. He needs all the help he can get.
This Strat actually has on it Barnes & Noble exclusive.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
I think that's great. The letter went out the other day from Hal to the mailing list that they were doing that. And there's something else. Maybe it's the Express they're doing exclusively at Barnes and Noble now too, or
yes, they have that came out at the same time actually, but they did not have. I shouldn't say that. In Rhode Island, when I did go to Rhode Island a couple of weeks ago, they did have the Express one, but I did not pick it up.
And there are a couple of coupons in there too for other stuff online.
Yeah, there's a coupon. Extra players, you get all the extra players for $7 and free shipping.
Yeah.
And then there's another coupon for 15% off, I believe, for any other purchase that you make. Yep. And once you turn those 2 coupons in, I heard they send you an email with some other kind of coupon for down the road.
Nice.
I haven't done both yet, so I don't know.
Now, John, you haven't opened yours yet. What was it 30? They card 30 now?
Let's see. Oh, per team?
Yeah, per team.
That I haven't checked yet. It's 30 teams.
There's 30 teams.
2025 season.
I think it was still 24 players and then extras, or you get the extras afterwards.
Good luck trying to run a pitching staff with that. But that's such a great idea.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is such a great idea.
Something I'm sure I'll hand down to one of my kids.
Now, what are you?
27 midlife says so.
Yeah. So what are you most curious about playing when you finally open it up, or are you going to open it up?
Oh, no. This isn't going to be I'm not going to not open it up. So I'll probably do some red stuff with it. So see, I might do depends on how much time I would have to play it with all the other developing and stuff that
right. You got a bunch of stuff
doing.
That you're doing.
So even that's taking a hiatus right now. So it's
in
a limbo state, but that's okay. Family comes first. So
yep,
definitely.
But no, I'm glad I got it. If not just to have it, if I want to play a one-off game, and I'll definitely have there's something cathartic about separating the cards and looking at the different cards and the players.
Oh yes.
Are their cards?
We have a Barnes and Noble in town, but I could never play it if we got it. I mean, it would just kind of sit there, which would be too bad.
I was trying when he was starting up, when talking about the stadiums, my game that I had that I was trying to create during COVID, I actually got in contact with a guy who was making ballparks using Microsoft Paint. And I was trying to find some of the images that he had, and some of his stuff he made is just incredible, just with Microsoft Paint.
All right, it's time to kick some ass.
Well, John, your Reds are winning, and our Red Sox are losing.
Hey, how are the Orioles doing? I think they're playing now. Oh no, you know what? No, they're playing later. In fact,
we just pay attention. We pay attention to real baseball teams. So,
thank you. Yeah, because the Red Sox are doing so fucking well this year. Yeah, you should definitely buy the 26 season.
They're a step away from getting hot. They're just one. All it takes is one.
I can get them into 4th place.
Just one streak. All it takes is one 10-game winning streak. Just one.
Yeah, that's right. It's because that's gonna happen.
I got about
that happening.
All right, take care, John.
Yep. Have a good night.
All right, John. Take care, man. All right.
I don't see a 10-game winning streak out of this team.
That was always a line that
the Red Sox.
That was always a line that Chorus said was a 10-game winning streak away, but
Yeah.
Them and the Orioles were pretty highly touted. The Orioles, obviously, I know more about what's gone wrong and right. But what's it with the Red Sox? It's injuries.
They're organizational wise. It's just a shit show. They just don't. It's just they need to clean house.
All the guys they got rid of, I just picked him up. He's going crazy in St. Louis. Blaze Jordan. They gave up on him. They traded him away. He's doing decent.
The issue they don't have like one kind of. They have. You need to hire the GM and have him hire the manager, and at least everyone on the same page. And they've got just a mix and match of people, and the GM never gets along with the manager, and just clear them all out and do a get Brazo out of there because they got to get. So it's just.
It is a giant Google cluster.
But I'm not going to complain. Listen, they've won 4 in my lifetime, and
yes,
and I didn't think that they were ever going to win 1. So I stopped myself when I start bitching about them a little bit. I go, listen, I don't. They did 4 for me. I'm not going to get that mad.
Since 2000, they've got 4 titles, and the Yankees have 1.
That's right. Ever since they did steroid testing.
That's
what it was.
All right, we're done with the Red Sox. Nobody gives
Orioles got none.
Even though I'm literally looking at 3 Red Sox fans to my Orioles fandom.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I should shut up, but I won't. With the Orioles, it's honestly just underperforming. Gunnar Henderson's done nothing this year. He's hitting some home runs, but they have a very talented young team that just.
Mayo's playing well.
Say what?
Kobe Mayo's finally.
Mayo's playing well. Rushman's playing well. There's some guys. There's a guy named Blaze
Alexander.
He's hitting like 480 or something in June, which is insane. Yeah. All right, so for this game, I can make this bigger, but if I do that, we're going to lose us. And I think
I can see that just fine.
Yeah, good, because I think our expressions and us watching the game is important. So I'd rather leave it like this if that's okay.
So for the soon-to-be champion Juckets, it's Turner at short leading off. Johnny Damon will bat second in center field. David Ortiz.
Well, actually, you know what? How about we do a quick recap of what happened in the first 6 games?
We've had 5 blowouts in 1 good game.
The first 2 games, I won game 1. I don't remember the score. It was close, and Eddie Murray was the deciding, and Mays too. No, Mays also. Mays hit a home run. That's where he got. Oh wait, what happened? Didn't Mays hit a home run in the first game?
He's hit 2 in the series. I know he's hit 1 since we were able to get stats.
And then you won the second game pretty handily.
Yes.
Nobody's had 2 games has won 2 games in a row.
No,
game
it's
3,
been
I won. I won 6-2, and actually Mays hit. That's where he hit his home run because I can see it on the screen. Oh no, that might have been because it says that he hit his first homer. I think that was actually his second.
Right.
Matlack got the win. Schilling got the loss. On the next game, game 4, you won it 12-6. No, I'm sorry. I won it 6-2. I'm getting confused because it says N1, N2, and it's kind of throwing me on the number.
Right.
And then I won with Flanagan on the mound 6-1. Beat Pedro Martinez. Singleton was 1 for 3 with a homer, a couple of RBIs. And then the last game, of course, Juckett won it 6-2. Jim Palmer was pasted.
Oh yeah,
if you recall.
Oh yeah.
All right. With that said, go ahead, Ron, do your thing.
All right. Trey Turner will lead off at short. Johnny Damon in center batting second. David Ortiz, the DH tonight, goes third. Manny Ramirez hitting .429 in the last 4 games. Cleans up in left field. Ryan Zimmerman, your first baseman, batting 5th. Bryce Harper will go 6th in right field. Daniel Murphy at second will bat 7th. Anthony Rendon at third goes 8th. And the captain, Jason Varitek, will bat 9th. Kurt Schilling on the mound for the soon-to-be champions. Defensively for the Mets.
I'm pretty sure a play-by-play announcer is not supposed to be biased. I think I'm right about that.
There's nothing biased about that.
Journalism is all about stating the facts there, Unger. Leon Jones is a 4 and a 4 in left. Willie Mays a 4 and a 7 in center. Rusty Staub a 6 and a 9 in right. The infield for the Metsos, Doug DeCinces a 5 at third. Bud Harrelson a 7 at short. Felix Beyond a 7 at second. Good defensive there. Eddie Murray an 8 at first. Jerry Grody behind the plate, an 8 and a 7. And Tom Terrific, who has, I believe, 1-1 in the series, but got beat at Fenway. 7 was 6 innings, 10 hits, and gave up 2 homers. So Turner at 176 with an RBI, and we are ready.
We are all set. So obviously I can't see the comments. So guys, feel free to call them out as you see them. Okay.
We're talking bad about you, Mark, in there. Just don't worry.
I don't care.
I got your back.
I don't care.
I'm shocked he hasn't been traded Seaver yet, though. I thought he might trade him for this game.
All right, here we go. Bud Harrelson steps up.
No, Trey Turner steps up.
Oh, sorry. Trey Turner steps up. Seaver delivers. Swing. Struck him out.
Johnny Damon, Captain Caveman. And that's
right. I'm gonna turn the what do you call it, down a little bit, the speed.
Also, your ballpark thingy was weird.
That on that play it was, but this should be fine. Hopefully it will be. We'll see.
David Ortiz, 4 for 14. And he strikes out. So good start for Seaver, 3 up, 3 down. So Buddy Harrelson leads off at short. Felix Millan at second will bat second. Ken Singleton, your DH, will go third. Eddie Murray at first will bat fourth. Rusty Staub is in right, no bat fifth. Cleon Jones in left will go sixth. Willie Mays batting seventh in center field. Doug DeCinces at third goes eighth, and Jerry Grody behind the plate batting ninth. Defensively for me, Man Ram a 3 and a 6 in left. Johnny Damon an 8 and a 5 in center. Bryce Harper is 7 and 8 in right. Rendon is 7 at third. Trey Turner is 6 at short. Daniel Murphy is 6 at second. Ryan Zim is 3 at first. You know that Zim's not a great option when he and Ortiz are equal at first base. And the captain, Jason Varitek, is 6 and 3 behind the plate. Schilling in his other start, walked 2, struck out 6, and lost.
And now Bud Harrelson steps in. He's 250 in the last 4 games. We don't have the stats for the first 2. Schilling delivers. And there's a ground ball base hit up the middle for Harrelson.
Yeah, poor Murph is throwing the game already. We're going to throw over first.
And I am not stealing.
We're pitching.
Okay, and this time I am stealing.
And he takes it.
So we probably, this is game 7 where it really matters. So we probably need a better system. I guess whoever's pitching asks the other person, have you made a decision? And then we'll just go on the honor system with that decision.
Yep.
But don't tell me what you're going to do as the pitcher until I tell you that I've decided.
All right. Yep.
All right. Harrelson on, Millan the batter. Millan batting 400.
Yeah, he's a great series. He had the 2 games that we don't have the stats for. I think he played well too.
And I have decided what I'm doing.
All right, go.
And I'm just hitting away.
Acting like Ray Knight in this series.
And Millan's retired. Harrelson goes to third, 1 out.
Good at bat.
Go.
I'm not doing anything. All right, 1 away. Here's Singleton. And there's a fly ball
center.
Harrelson's going to try to score. And he does. So the Mets with the early 1-0 lead. Eddie.
188.
Yeah, had that big game 1, but hasn't done much since.
Right. Hasn't needed it. All right. After 1-0 you. Man Ram into left field. Again, with this team, we're not stealing much.
Have you made your decision?
Yeah.
I am pitching.
Unless it's Turner or Damon, there is no decision to make.
Let Manny steal.
But there's also bunting decisions, hit and run decisions, things like that.
Again, unless it's Turner or Damon.
Okay. Struck him out.
Oh, wow. That's 3.
For Bryce Harper. Harper 273 for the last 4 games with a homer and 4 RBIs. Did he
be a hero, Bryce? For once in your life, be a hero.
For once in his life. Strikeout number 4. Steve's got his ace. He's got his ace stuff.
Yeah, he's pitching really well. All right, Murph. In the left center, Willie. Still not as good as Al Mumbry, but
never will be.
No. Say hey.
You ready?
Yep. Here we go. There's a screamer into left center.
Wow.
Gets to the wall and Staub with the double. So
Manny did not catch that. I can't believe Manny didn't catch that.
For Cleon Jones. And there's a base. And that's going to bring in another run as the Metsos take the 2-0 lead.
Did they not stitch Schilling's ankle up? You need to go check Schilling's ankle. Something's up.
Yeah, I think we need to go put another cadaver in there.
All right.
All right.
Are you guys following the chat? If there's anything going on there,
I don't see it.
I'm looking at it right now. Let's see.
Should be right on the right, Mike.
Michael asks, "Is the elongated ellipsis? Is that a new in this version?"
The what?
The elongated ellipsis, is that
Where
new in this version?
How you have your players boxed in the field.
That does look different than I'm used to. I don't play.
You mean the oval? No,
Yeah.
that's been there since. That's just the way I know that Ron uses the rectangle, but I always like the oval. I could go with a shorter oval, but this reads a little bit better.
No, that's fine.
All right, here we go.
I'm trying to say round square. You're boring, Ron.
Yes. Yeah, I'm used to that. My wife married me.
Mays called
Struck him
strike
out.
3.
All right,
I
there
should
you go.
miss. Here's DeCinces now with one away, and he's going to draw the walk. I hope Schilling gives up 10 runs. I hate that guy.
All right, Jerry Grody's 0 for 11. Come on, strike him out, throw him out.
Oh wow, he's done nothing. There we go. There we go. And we're going to hold up.
Bases
Jones.
loaded for Buddy Harrelson.
Yep. With that 294 batting average.
Go.
And there's a base hit.
Oh,
Jones will score. DeCinces will score. Grody on his way to third. David
All right.
error, and it's now 4-0.
All right. Go. All right. To the mound. Mound visit.
There's no way Mark's blowing this lead. There's no way.
No.
You just can't. There's no way it's going to happen. Imagine blowing a lead like this in Game 7.
I
never would have had to happen.
I know the Jucket fans are heading to the 7. I know that.
Yeah, all right. Stop. Nope. Stop. Don't pitch. No.
Okay. All right. I heard you. All right.
We're going to the pen.
Good call. Goodbye, Schilling. Na 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 na. Hey, goodbye.
All right. Who
did I mention
so activate all the so go to all the starters, unclick them.
Yeah, sure.
Who are my 70 pitch guys?
Don't
have an S.
Sure. Oh, don't have an S? None.
Right.
No, actually one. Wakefield.
Everyone else has an S?
Yeah.
I mean, Wakefield.
I don't know why. I don't know why they all have S's. Bronson Arroyo has one, and he hasn't pitched since the 7th, and he only threw 24 pitches.
Wakefield.
Does the S really matter that much, or is it more about the pitch count?
It does because I'm already down 4-0. How many pitches is Scherzer rated for?
He's 75 pitches.
I'll use him. I'll bring in Matt.
I think that's what I would do.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm a little biased.
No, I mean,
but I think it is the right move. All right, so there's still only one out. You got Grody at third, Harrelson at second. Here's Felix Millan, and Scherzer walks him. Bases loaded for Kenny Singleton. Singleton batting 286 with a home run, 3 RBIs. Scherzer delivers. And he walks in the run. Ron, our play-by-play guy, is speechless.
Let's do an ABS challenge in that.
I think he went to the bar.
Rheingold, the beer with the 10-minute head. Have you timed it? Let me have a couple. Mix it with the Schaefer, the one beer to have when you're having more than one. And when you're down 5-0, you're having more than one.
And we've got Harry Carey in the booth with us.
Holy cow.
All right, here's Eddie
make
Murray.
A short out of that.
Bases loaded. Are you playing the infield in or back?
Who cares at this point?
Play double play.
5-0.
We're playing for 2.
So you're playing back. Okay.
Yeah.
Struck him out.
Good job. 20 pitches to get 1 out. Okay, Rusty Staub.
Here's Rusty Staub. Staub with a batting .471.
There we go.
Fly ball to center.
Okay.
Damon has it.
All right, we got 21 outs to get 6 runs. Come on,
And
Anthony.
a 1 and a 2. Oh, sorry, it's the 3rd inning.
Take me out.
Harry, it's the 3rd inning.
All right, come on, Rendon, don't get hurt. Pops him up. 1 out.
We've lost the best of Ron, I think.
It's a good thing it's water in the cup. 2 out.
I'm ball to second. Mian has it. 2 away. Here's Trey Turner. Turner 0 for 1, 167 in the series, at least for the 4 games.
Sucks. Base hit.
Base hit
I love Trey. Okay, hold on 1 second here. All right.
5-0.
Yep. I have okay.
Okay. I know what I'm doing.
Okay. You can pitch or whatever. I know what I'm doing. Hit and run. Hit and run.
Damon DeSensei steps in front of Harrelson, fires to first in time for the out.
Hey, we got a base runner. Yay.
Bottom of the 3rd. Metzos 5. Juckett. Say it with me. 0. Scherzer delivers. Fly ball to left.
Oh, down the line.
That ball is back. Ramirez at the warning track makes the catch. 1 away.
Oh, Manny. Oh, Manny.
Climbed the wall and everything.
Climbed the wall. He's just Gold Glover. 5 tools.
5 tools. As long as you buy your tools on Temu.
Here's the Say Hey Kid, Willie Mays, batting 273. And there's a fly ball to left.
Second verse, same as the first. Wow, he made all 3 putouts.
All 3 putouts, yeah.
Wow. Has he ever done that in his career?
Unless you were trying to replay. No. Why is there only 2 out? I thought there were 3. Anyway.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
Well, is there a way for me to go back? Do we care? I mean, I guess I could.
Not really.
I just need play-by-play, right? Yeah, here we go. It's not. It's actually, yeah. It says Jones fly deep to left center, 1 out. Mays fly to deep left, 2 out.
And the Sensei's at the plate, so that okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Struck him out.
Well, should have started Scherzer. Anyway,
4th.
Okay, Poppy, spit on your hands.
And that's strikeout number 5 for Seaver.
Wow.
Brings up Manny Ramirez.
Outside.
Yeah, it did to me, but what the hell?
There's a base hit to left.
Wow, don't go for 2. Don't go for 2. All right.
Brings up Ryan Zimmerman. He's batting 333. He's got 1 RBI.
I loved Ryan.
Looks like he's been all singles.
Okay.
And strikeout number 6.
Wow, Seaver doing it in game 7.
Only in the 4th inning. Brings up Bryce Harper.
Bryce, baby.
Bryce, fly ball to right.
Yeah,
stop
I never liked Vanilla Ice anyway. All right. Well,
Jerry Grody, who just had at least his first hit in the last 4 games in his last at bat. Ground ball. Zimmerman takes it himself. 1 gone. For Bud Harrelson. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 on Harrelson.
Started him. Jeez, I'm crow.
I would have.
It's fine. You're gonna win this.
No,
game.
I definitely would have. I don't think the S matters so much. I think it's all that's saying is that he's on a lower pitch count.
The Mets may trade Tom Seaver for this game, though. Don't worry. They may trade him right now.
Here's Felix Mian, and there's a ground ball to Turner. Turner fires to first for the out. Top of 5, 5-0 Metzos.
We have Beatles eternally in the chat room. Shout out to Beatles.
Hey, Beatles. There's a great play. Getting Murphy by a step or half a step for Rendon. Struck him out. Strikeout number 7.
Do I at
Tom
least get
Terrific.
Gift certificate from Abraham Strauss when I go cry on Kiner's Corner in about 10 minutes?
You will be nowhere near Kiner's Corner.
There we go. Gone.
Out of here.
Gone.
5-1. The captain makes this a ball game again.
Juck gets on the board. It's a 5-1 game.
At least we're not getting shut out.
Here comes the captain. Here comes the comeback. Here it comes.
Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's number 8 for Tom Seaver through 5.
My goodness. He drank his own wine.
There's Kenny Singleton, the batter. Scherzer with another strikeout, his 4th for Eddie Murray. And there's a fly ball to right. That ball's deep, deep, deep. It's out of here. Home run, Eddie Murray. That's actually his 3rd homer because he hit one in game 1. So Eddie Murray coming back in a big way, and it's now Mezzo's 6. Juck it. Time to go home.
I am home.
All right, then go to another home. Go to the home. Stop walking.
Go to the home.
All right. Cleon Jones. Scherzer still in there?
Yep.
Okay.
Now I'm watching the pitch count.
Veritek out to talk to him. And that's going to be a base hit to left. Staub will hold up at second.
Arroyo.
For Willie Mays.
Arroyo.
Okay. The ex-Red.
For Johnny Holstaff. How we love him.
All right, here's Mays. Steps in. And there's a base hit.
No, it's down the line. Go to the wall. That's the game.
Mays does it again. Staub scores. Jones is being waved in. You going to throw?
No.
28% chance.
Oh, then, yeah.
You probably should. Yeah.
I should.
Send Mays to 3rd. Yes, I'm going to send Mays to 3rd.
No, we're not cutting it off. I need to get the run to plate.
And he's safe. And it's 8-1 Mezzos.
This is the end. My only friend.
Willie Mays. What a series he's had. For the not as good as Al Bunbury.
I was about to say. This has been the most uncompetitive 7-game series I think I've ever been a part of.
Because none of the games have been, because they've all been.
I believe maybe game 1 was close, but the other, I mean, of the 7 games, I mean, we've had blowout after blowout.
They haven't been blowout. Well, we've had some of those too, but they've been like late. Like late run. Like basically, you're right. Like one team gets up pretty big, the other team kind of.
We'll come back. I mean, this series has had all the tension of a pair of pants on Thanksgiving Day.
It's true. It's true. But it's also one of the great. It's also one of the greatest moments of my life. So there's that.
Wow, you really have led a sheltered life.
I really have.
Talking torso is.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh God.
Mark may not. Yeah.
I think we definitely have to make sure that that's on the highlight reel.
That'll be a YouTube short.
Yes.
There's the short for this one.
Yeah, you're actually supposed to say clip this or something, I think, and it automatically knows to do that. All right, here we go. Wow. For Jerry Grody to Turner, over to first in time, and we go to the 6th. Mezzos comfortably ahead 8-1 with Johnny Damon 0 for 2.
Can you imagine losing a game where you're up 8-1 in game 7? That'd be crazy.
That'd be crazy. That'd be like blowing a 29-point lead in the second half.
That'd be really bad.
All right. 1 away for David Ortiz. Struck him out. Number 9.
Jeez.
Now for Seaver. Brings up Manny Ramirez. He's batting 1,500, batting 500.
Yeah, Manny's had a great series.
The real Red Sox just lost. Now 6-15 against the AL East. Good season.
And Murray makes the play. We go to the bottom half of the 6th. 8-1 Mezzos.
Isn't Bronson in a rock band?
Yeah.
Hey, you got a strikeout. We retired a batter.
Ground ball to Turner. Over to first, 2 away. For Kenny Singleton.
I love how Mark's pretending this is still serious.
Well, I'm just trying to give them some play-by-play because that's kind of what we do. And I'm winning.
Yeah.
And your team sucks.
Yes.
And here we go. All right, Arroyo to Singleton. Singleton is actually didn't even bother to bring a bat because what's the point? He'll just take the 3 swings and call it a day. There's and he still walked him. Singleton comes up to the plate without a bat and still walks.
Go ahead, steal his ass. 84% chance.
All right, fuck it, let's steal.
Wow.
And
You know, he had 3 steals in 79.
That would have cleared the benches. You realize?
Yes,
absolutely.
Absolutely.
All right, here's Eddie Murray.
Because they can't hit him like you can in OOTP.
Murray walks. Oh, you can in OOTP?
Yeah, you can throw at batters.
I wish Action PC did have that. There's no actual reason for it except it would be fun.
No, it's just a pure frustration thing.
Right, exactly, right. All right, here's Staub. And that's going to be a base hit. Here comes another run. 2 runs are in, and it's now 10-1.
All right. Who the hell have I got left?
Tim Wakefield. Bring in Wakefield.
Yep.
Why don't you bring in you?
I throw a mean spitter.
Game 7, New York City. Wakefield's great. Yeah.
Who do you want?
You're going to go dig up Aaron Boone to hit against me to rub it right in?
Oh, who do you want?
Timmy.
Okay. He's going to turn things around.
Veritas
I got a good feeling. There's Cleon Jones. And he walked him.
Zippity doo dah.
Strike zone is so small.
Oh my, what a wonderful fucking day.
All right, we finished 6.
Oh, F1, that's twice.
Yeah. And actually, that time was actually organic.
Yes.
That's the first organic F you've heard from Ron Juckett. So, Pesky, what a night you've had. You got to meet your hero, Mike Silva. You heard Ron say fuck. You could die after this. It would be okay.
Just need to get Richard Hanna on. That's my next. That's right there. Get Hanna on.
No, I did reach out to him.
He does. He emails me back. Richard emails me back sometimes.
I emailed Richard about like a game thing, a question I had about something that wasn't working right when I had my computer problems. And then I said, by the way, we have this, and this, and would you like to be on it? I'd never heard it. I heard he's a really quiet, kind of private person.
Tell him that.
I think Ron told me that.
Tell him that it's a Make-A-Wish Foundation for me, for him to be on. Maybe he'll.
Okay. Charity. All right. I'll try that.
For you.
Okay. Yeah. Pesky has rickets. Honestly, I don't even know what rickets is, to tell you the truth. All right.
That's the Oregon Trail, isn't it? The Oregon Trail game, you get rickets and scurvy.
Right, exactly.
Save him from dysentery. It's his last wish. Hold on, we're gonna pinch it.
For Bryce Harper?
Yes.
Okay.
I personally can't stand him, so we'll go.
I say bring in the Jew.
Jamie Marshall interviewed Richard last year for the Sports Game Journal. Look at that.
Oh, so maybe he only does print.
Well, we can...
Cowboy up, Bilar.
Okay.
Because he's going to play right field.
Get Pete Ventura on and Richard Hanna. I'll be all set.
There you
go. I mean, I could reach out to Pete.
Pete's a nice guy. I don't think Pete.
He's a really nice guy.
I think Pete's kind of like quiet too in terms of interview. He doesn't do a whole lot of.
Yeah, we tried for him for digital advice. He wouldn't come on. Didn't help. But Zim moves to second.
He's shy like me.
Yeah.
I don't think Mark. I don't have another second baseman, right?
Yes. I don't know.
We'll let Murph hit because he should have won a batting title.
Pass ball, Zimmerman to third.
Okay, let's go. Let's make this a 10-2 game. Give ourselves a chance. So I'll give myself a Jim Carrey. So you're saying there's a chance.
Dave got a special here. Suicide squeeze.
Here's Rendon. And there's a base hit.
Base hit!
As the Juckets start to chip away.
It's 10-2. We're only down 8. Only down 8. So you're saying there's a chance.
And that brings up Veritek.
Seaver's starting to tire, but not fast enough.
All right, 7th inning stretch time.
Take me out to the ball game. Okay, that's enough.
So Cannistrari and Mike, you guys should do like maybe your own, like, well, I mean, on the channel, obviously, a combined franchises thing. What would your franchises be? Cannistrari first. If you were combining 2 teams, and they can't be, they can't both be Red Sox. They can't both be Red Sox.
I would probably take an Atlanta team with Maddox.
Which one?
With Maddox. With
98, 96?
Yeah, the big trio there.
Which year?
They won the series in 95.
All right, so 95.
95.
Right, 95 Braves.
And I would do the 75 Red Sox.
Okay, so 95 Braves. That'd be interesting. How about you, Pesky?
The Red Sox, Braves, and Giants are kind of my three teams I kind of like historically and everything. So I would probably get to 23 Braves because that team was loaded.
Very good team. Yeah.
Acuna, MV, and that son broke my son's heart because he was convinced they're going to win it all, and I kind of warned him, like, "Hey, Will, sometimes when teams dominate a lot in the early season, that they sometimes don't quite get it done in the playoffs because with the long playoffs, and I kind of see that coming. So I'll probably the 23 Braves, and I might go with the 07 Red Sox. The 07 Red Sox are kind of forgotten.
It would be nice if you went with the Giants, and since Mike's going with Braves, Red Sox.
Well, I can go.
Do you have a Giants team you would go in there?
How about the 2001 Giants with Barry Bonds?
Sure,
72 home runs.
Yeah.
And that team missed the playoffs by 2 games, I think, too. They're right there. They lost the D-backs by 2, missed the wild card by 3, I think.
I need to
write. Oh, yeah. That's right.
Millar.
Okay. All right, here we go. Bottom of the 7th. DeCinces steps up. We're going to go with a pinch hitter. It's time to start celebrating the players we haven't seen. So we're going to go with I don't think we've seen much of Crane Pole. So let's get him in there. Oh, actually, yes, we have as a pinch hitter. Dower hasn't seen one. We're going to go with Cranepole anyway. All right, here's Ed Cranepole to face Wakefield. Line drive to second, 1 away. Here's Jerry Grody. Turner over to Zimmerman. 2 gone. Bud Harrelson. Struck him out. So we go to the top of the 8th.
Defoe to pinch it.
I just played Apigo. I played the 76 World Series, the Reds Yankees.
Mm-hmm.
The Reds beat the Yankees like bad stepchildren. I mean, they just.
I think the 76 Reds were.
Well, that's what I was about to say.
Miles better than the 75, yeah.
So so much better than the 75 team. And the Yankees, they didn't have Jackson, because he was on the Orioles,
right?
Their pitching staff. I mean, it was an absolute blowout. So hold on, what am I doing now?
You need a third baseman, and
I need a third baseman, Wayne Garrett. Okay, and then you're gonna
pinch it for Turner.
And you're going with who?
Wilmer Defoe.
All right, here we go. Seaver, it's only throwing 96 pitches.
He's throwing a gem. Oh! Wow!
There's a base hit for We Are Defoe. D-I-F-O,
right,
Defoe.
So who's left on my bench?
Sorry. Scrub 1, Scrub 2, Scrub 3, and Scrub 4.
Okay. And
Mirabelli, Kendrick, Euclid, and Bill Mueller.
We'll go. Oh, I don't think that there's a center fielder. I have an outfielder left, right?
You have Hendrick. I mean, you have Kendrick who plays left.
We'll let Damon hit.
Okay.
Right to Willie.
1 away. Ortiz.
I can't not hit David.
Right.
I mean, he
struck him out. Number 11.
Wow.
Tom Seaver.
All right. Kendrick for Man Ram. Because he can play left.
Right. Bouncer to third. Garrett over to Murray in time.
But get back to the 23 Braves for a sec. That's the same thing with the 17 Nats. They were just so good and didn't play a meaningful game after the 1st of September. And you just can't turn that back on. Once you shut that off, it does not come back on.
But they're fun teams.
Do you think the 88 Mets would fall in that category?
I think that they just got stunned by the Dodgers. Although, when did they have that wrapped up? 86 Mets had that wrapped up earlier, and they. So Depot.
Right, so I guess Depot's playing short, right?
Yeah,
and then Kendrick in left.
Hey, Ron, how did the 88 Dodgers do in your 88 replay? They didn't do well, did they?
No, they didn't.
Yeah, that's another team too. One of those teams that won.
I mean,
that
was like
that
was like John Shelby, right?
Yeah.
Like, and like it was like a kind of a piece.
Mickey Hatcher was a World Series star that year.
Right. It was like a put together kind of patchwork team.
I mean, Gibby won the MVP with 23 home runs.
Right.
It was only because Hershiser
was unreal, yeah.
Right, they're pitching. Right. All right, here's Mian to face Wakefield here in the bottom of the 8th. And that's a fly ball left in foul territory. Kendrick racing over. He'll make the catch. One gone.
Nope.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Nope.
Here's a good stat from Midlife Crisis. The 76 Reds, only team in history to lead the league in all 12 offensive categories. I didn't know
Wow.
I did not know.
All right, Mian on. Here's Singleton.
Johnny Carson. I did not know that.
Double him off. No.
And here's Eddie Murray. Crowd screaming, Eddie, as he strikes out.
Yeah. 2
away for Rusty Staub. The Grand Orange. And that's going to be a base hit.
Oh.
Mian will score on the double, and it's 11. That is insult to injury right there, folks. And
no class. Running the score up. No class at all.
Right.
Class.
He actually wanted to hold up, but it took so long for the play to develop that he was forced to score.
He paid his dues, followed his time.
Ground ball to Devo, over to Zimmerman.
Whip it.
All right, we go to the top of the 9th.
Okay, who have I got left to pinch it?
For Zimmerman?
Well, I'm just trying to get everyone at this point. We're not going to get 9 runs in the 9th.
Kevin Youkilis?
You
hate Jewish people, don't you?
Oh, Schmutz. No.
Schmutz. Schmutz.
I'll let Zim bat.
Okay. Do anything not to put the Jew in. Here we go. And that's going to be a ground ball to Garrett. Garrett to Murray, 1 away. Here's Millar. Great chance to see Kevin Youkilis, the Jewish fellow.
Fine.
He's Greek to me.
I think you were there when I told you the Francona story a couple of weeks ago, right?
Me?
Oh, Pesky, Mike.
But what story was that?
So because Euclid was called the Greek god of blocks, and Francona said, "I've seen him in the shower. He's not a Greek god of anything."
Yeah. So was Euclid Greek and I know he was Jewish. Was he?
No, it wasn't Greek. No, that was just a name. He walks so much called the Greek god of walks.
Oh, that's I got you.
And then who was it on the comedian Lenny Clark was in the booth doing a Red Sox game, and that's when he realized that Euclid was actually Jewish.
Oh, Lenny Clark. Yeah.
And he was like laughing. I mean, he's Jewish. I thought he was. The whole thing was that was just a nickname. He's really Jewish.
All right. So before we get to this last couple of outs, what's the all-time Jewish baseball team? Koufax pitching, right? Greenberg at first.
Right.
That's what we got. All right. And we'll mix in some Italians. No,
wasn't Maury Wills Jewish?
No, Rod Carew.
He
converted to Judaism. So he's at second.
That's the Adam Sandler song.
That's right.
Right. Jewish players that I know of, Mike
Yelich, isn't he Jewish?
Christian Yelich,
yes,
or Ryan Braun.
Was it Braun? I knew the Brewers had one.
Dick Green, I think, might have been Jewish. Ron Blumberg, of course. Mike Hegan, I think. I'm just throwing out.
There's Theo Epson, the GM.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Ty Cobb was Jewish. I could be wrong about that. And Mantle was very Jewish.
Was he?
Yes, he was.
O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson, not a Jew.
Right. Call Yastrzemski, also Jewish.
And Sammy Davis Jr. sang the national anthem, right?
All right, here we go. Kevin Youkilis. Here's the pitch from Seaver. And that's a fly ball to left. Jones under it.
Mirabelli.
2 away.
Mirabelli.
And they're down to their final out as the Metzos fans are going crazy with a dominant, what should be a dominant victory in Game 7.
It's a Knicks win, now the Mets win.
And who's going to make the final out? None other than Al Bunbury's second best player, Willie Mays. And the Metzos. Go ahead.
Incredible.
The fans in Times Square are ripping up a bus.
Right. Lots of
11 struck, for the 11 runs. I mean, Seaver struck out 11.
Yeah, he struck out 11. He won 2 games and lost 1. Let's see if we can pick an MVP based on.
I would go with Seaver, to be honest.
Well, he got crushed in Game 4.
Oh, for the series? Eddie Murray.
Yeah, I meant for the series.
Eddie Murray.
No, he had 3 home runs.
No, he had 2 in Game 1.
No. Oh, I'm not sure he actually hit 2 in that game. I think he only hit 1. If he did hit 2, then yeah, he hit 4 homers.
He had a bit. He won. Yeah, he had 2 in Game 1.
Well, let's see here. Hold on.
We don't have the stats for Game 1.
We don't have the stats for Game 1 or 2.
Those games don't count. So really, the series isn't over.
That's right.
I mean, Rusty Staub for the 5 game. No, this is a no-brainer. Rusty Staub's OPS was 1395.
I'm not going to argue with that. Yeah, he had 500 for the series, or the
500. Yeah,
that's decent. Decent.
A lot of good names in the chat. Jewish names.
Oh, really? The Jews are showing up?
Yeah, different. Yeah. Ken Holtzman.
He's in the chat. Oh, Jewish players.
No.
I thought you meant all of a sudden Jewish. I thought you meant Jewish members of the hobby.
Ken Holtzman.
How can you forget Super Jew Mike Epstein?
You know when I said Dick Green, I meant Mike Epstein.
Ian Kinsler.
Ian Kinsler. Alex Bregman.
Oh, Ian Kinsler. Yes, Ian Kinsler.
Ian Kinsler. Brad Osmus.
Sports Time Machine wants best. Steve Stone. Yep. Another one. Yeah. We got some.
Steve Stone's a great broadcaster, and he still does White Sox games right now.
I love Steve Stone. When I moved to Chicago, he was my guy. I thought he was great.
And I'll put the White Sox games on. I get the baseball package. I'll put the White Sox games on just to hear him because it makes me think of my childhood. Like hearing his voice. His voice sounds the same.
Calm demeanor, man.
And he's still like I know he's older now, obviously, but he's still like he hasn't changed. And so I put it on right now for nostalgia, right there. Just listen to him game. Plus, the White Sox are a fun team this year. The White Sox are a fun little team.
Tufty Rhodes batting 277. That's Steve Stone.
Yep. Another good one, Sean Green.
Sean Green, yeah.
Oh, the Dodgers,
That's Dick Green's son, isn't it?
No, I don't. No. So he would be in the outfield. So Sean Green would be in the outfield, I think.
Outfield, yeah. Yep. Did anybody notice tonight that I'm not in the dark?
Yes.
No.
Oh, what did you do? Did you buy a new light?
No, I've had that light for years. I just
never thought to turn it on before.
He-
Yeah, actually, honestly, Mike, you look a lot better. In fact, we're going to work on some lighting for you, Pesky, because you look like, I don't know. Like,
well, I've got the thing. I have my background blurred out for some reason.
You look like, you know what? You look like sort of like a drunken Moses.
And I've got to
That's better.
Yeah, because I had to blur it out because before I don't know why, but
because there's porn magazines somewhere in the back.
No, this is the garage office.
Oh,
we've got all kinds of junk back there.
It's the porn studio, Mark.
There you go. Yeah,
right. John Lowenstein. Yeah.
Well, I suppose I should suck up and say that was a good series and the better team won and all that, and I'll pretend to almost mean it.
I think the better team did win, though. I mean, I'm not just saying that. I definitely.
No, I think.
Well, I mean, there's no doubt the better manager won. That's a fact. As far as the talent on the team,
I think your pitching was better.
I think my pitching was better.
Schilling choked. God, he was horrible today.
Yeah, he was.
You know what? I turned the. I mean, I can bring the game back up, but I don't know who really stood out for you offensively. Do you know?
No one really did. No one. I mean, they were,
and that's because that's a testament to the pitching. But if you remember Harry Parker, who no one's ever heard of,
I never heard of him.
Was a lights out relief pitcher because that was 73 was his year. That was a year where he was like a 1-year wonder.
And that was the perfect one because we got to Palmer, and Flanagan won, but he didn't pitch all that great. But yeah,
and also I don't know that much about 2005 Red Sox or the 17 Nationals. Obviously, I know both teams, but how dominant were the 2005 Red Sox?
Should be 2004.
I mean, 2004. Yeah,
they were a wild card team.
2005. Right.
Yankees won the
79 Orioles were the best team in the American League, probably the best team in baseball. They didn't win the series, but they were up 3-1. The Mets took the A's to Game 7.
Right.
So I think overall, I may have just had two slightly better teams.
The Nationals were a team that were very good, but they had everything wrapped up by Labor Day. And then you sit there. Once you shut that off, once you take the foot off the throttle, it's hard to turn it back on again. And that was Dusty Baker got fired after that.
Oh, right.
Their pitching was good. Albers had the great year. And they made the tremendous trade at the deadline. They got Kinsler, Kendrick.
Yep.
They bought a bullpen to close the season because their bullpen was,
which a lot of teams do now, right?
Horrific, absolutely horrific. Harper got hurt, and they got Adam Eaton at the winter meetings to go into that season, and Eaton tore his Achilles against the Mets in April. But that was a team that should have won a World Series, kind of like the 23 Braves, but they couldn't get past the Cubs.
Well, and the 04 Red Sox, I mean, they're a more important team, they're a more fun team, but I brought this earlier. The 07 Red Sox are a really good team, and the 07 Red Sox are kind of forgotten about because they weren't the 04 team, but the 07 team was better than the 04 team. I think if you played them head to head, the 07 team I think they had more depth. I think they had more pitching. I think they had a more balanced lineup. All those things. So more athletic. All those things. So it
would be nice if Beatles was still. I don't know that he's still in the or still watching the show, but because I was about to throw out the question: greatest team to not win the World Series or to not make it to the World Series.
Seattle.
Oh, Seattle.
They
won 100, like 119 games. What was it?
116 and 48. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be hard to argue against them.
Beatles still here.
Because I'm thinking like if Beatles knows, like from the dead ball era,
the 88 A's, the 90 A's didn't win. Those are two good teams. The A's.
Oh, the 90 A's got swept.
Yeah.
I'm
playing them right now. My replay, and they're just the 90 A's are really good. They're a fun team. They're really
the 90 Reds were a fun team actually.
Yeah. 88 Mets.
I said that.
93 Giants is a good one.
Yeah.
Right, because they won 103 games.
87 Blue Jays.
80 Orioles. They won 100 games too and didn't make the playoffs.
78 Red Sox.
Okay, let's look at the 78 Red Sox for a second. Were they actually better than the 78 Yankees? Position by position. I think the answer is no.
They won 99 though. I mean, that's
okay, but just let's go position. So first base, who do we got? We got
Scott
Chambliss.
or Chambliss.
At that point, I'd probably take Chambliss. Agreed? Yes.
No.
Yeah. No. I probably.
I think you could argue against it. Sure.
Remy or Randolph?
So let's call that tie. Randolph.
No, Remy. Remy stole.
Oh,
30.
maybe in 78. Yeah.
And he's a better broadcaster too. So right there, if it's close.
Well, that's true.
Burleson or Dent?
Burleson.
Nettles or Hobson? Nettles.
Defensively, they're close though, right?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Did you get dropped on your head as a kid? Because
defensively,
Left field would be Roy White or Lou Piniella
or Jim Rice.
Doesn't matter. That's Jim Rice still.
Jim
Rice, who had 46 that year.
Right. Okay. So that's Rice. Center is Lynn and Rivers, right?
Right. I'd take Lynn over Rivers.
Yes.
For career, yeah. I don't know what the numbers were.
No, Lynn had a good year in 78.
Okay, so, and right field, we're going to give to Jackson.
Jackson over Evans, and your DH would be
and not by a lot. Evans still a great player, but I think for 78 it would be Jackson.
Yeah. Evans was better in the 80s. Evans was better in the 80s.
Yeah. It's Munson Fisk.
So that's a toughie.
I'd have to see the numbers for that season.
Tie, maybe yeah.
Yankees.
Well, the Red Sox didn't have a Gossage,
right?
And the Yankees had
the starting three were right, exactly.
The Yankees didn't have a spaceman.
So I think the Yankees were slightly better. So I don't think the 78 Red Sox would be in.
I would take Lemon over Zimmer.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. How about some teams from the 60s?
Zimmer was awful that year. I mean, he let his personal relationship with Bill Lee come before him winning ball games.
Tell me about that. I don't know anything about that.
Well, him and Bill Lee hated each other, which is fine. I mean, Bill Lee's probably a pain in the ass, but like the whole point is Bill Lee's one of your better pitchers, and Zimmer wouldn't pitch him because he didn't like him.
He didn't start after the 1st of August.
You talk about
you put your personal feelings above trying to win a freaking pennant. I mean,
but you talk about oil and water. I mean, wow, Don Zimmer and Bill Lee.
Yeah.
I can't think of a worse combination that could ever exist on the same team together.
I am
Don
sure.
Zimmer is so old school.
I mean, I did not shed any tears when Pedro took Zimmer to the ground.
No, he deserved that.
In the 60s, I mean,
what about a team like the '69 Cubs that choked mightily, and also didn't the '73 Cubs also choke to the Mets? Or was that the Cardinals in '73? I know the Mets they made big comebacks. Both of those
64
seasons.
Phillies who choked.
Yeah, 64 Phillies who.
Poor Team Mock.
I mean,
well, hey guys, we still have a lot of people in the chat room. Should we call it a night here? What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't forget, guys, if you could, please sign up for the Box Scores from the Basement pre-launch. If you're interested in possibly contributing to the documentary when we do the full fundraising campaign, this is your chance to send us an email and just says, hey, guys, I'm interested. And we'll put you on the pre-launch list. You'll get exclusive updates. You'll get an opportunity for exclusive perks that will be available to you earlier than they will be to others. So just go to boxscorefilm.com. You'll see the big box there. Just click on that. Give us your email address. And that list is growing. And it's really important in terms of, gauging interest and being able to tell potential sponsors, hey, we've got, 1,000 people who want to see something like this actually happen. I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, that we're trying to raise the funds, and this is a pretty small amount of money, $800 to pay the film crew. I'm kicking in. We're all kicking in. We've got 2 or 3 other fans of the show who are kicking in. I think we need like another 200 or 300. So if you want to give us a portion of that, just send an email to BoxScore to playball@boxscorefilm.com. I'd like to get this shot, with Ron maybe as soon as the end of June or early July. And that'll give us the opening footage, the first 3 or 4 minutes of what this documentary will look like. And you'll get to see sort of what my creative vision is for how to shoot some of this stuff. We'll interview Ron, chance for Ron and I to meet in person, which I think would also be a nice moment for the documentary. And if you can help out, great. Thanks again, as always. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, like all the videos if you could. Leave comments. Comments help a lot. We threw out the question today, about Jewish baseball players, but also about, best teams that never made it to the World Series. If you have thoughts on that, put it in the comments of this video. That'd be great. Take care, guys.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.